Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, the.paattu.class. In the previous videos, we actually saw about the theoretical aspects of Carnatic music and world music. So today we are going to see the lessons, the actual practical lessons, and we are going to analyze each and every lesson and analyze the mathematical aspects of it. So normally when people think about Carnatic music, they just think like, okay, it's just you do some, you have some notes, you have some beats, you just start singing just like that. No, it is not like that. The fundamentals of Carnatic music or any world music for that matter, it is based on the mathematics. So there is a mathematical calculation and formula for each and every lesson, so which I will explain it to you guys in the forthcoming lessons. So today we are going to talk about, or we are going to learn about Sarali varisai. So Sarali varisai is the most fundamental and the basic lesson of Carnatic music. So how the Sarali varisai is constructed is they're actually following a sequence of ascending and descending order, and in addition to that they follow a pattern. So if you see every lesson, if you analyze a lesson, you will see a pattern going on and off. So that is what is all about Sarali varisai, and it helps you a lot with your voice culture and everything. Even to this day, Carnatic music maestros and singers, they sing Sarali varisai as a warm-up before their concerts. They start with speed 1 and they end with speed 4 or 5 or even greater than that. So that is the most important thing with respect to Sarali varisai, because it is the most fundamental and the most significant lesson of Carnatic music. So I have actually come up with a graph. So basically when I talk about Carnatic music, my students in the beginning stage, they were not able to understand when to sing a note and when not to sing a note, when to rest, and it's always getting confused. So my students, they always get confused on how to sing it. So I came up with this graph, which I actually make my students follow, especially in the beginning stage, so that they understand what is a beat and what is a note and how to sing the note, whether it is going in the ascending order or descending order. So just to understand that, I have come up with pictorial representation of every lessons in Sarali varisai. So this not just applies to Sarali varisai. You can incorporate this aspect or this concept into any lessons of Carnatic music. It could be your Geetams or Varnams or anywhere else. So basically what I'm doing is, all the notes that we sing, I'm exactly representing them in graphs, so that my students will be able to understand how it is pictorially represented. So when you have a vision, you would have seen Carnatic music singers, when they sing, they just move their hands and they have these hand gestures and all that. Basically what you're doing is, you're actually just trying to draw that note in your head. So let's say that you're singing sa re ga ma. So normally what happens is, when I'm going in the ascending order of notes, my hand gesture will move from here to here. So this is like an aspect, or this is like a body language of any Carnatic music singer. Any singer for that matter you take, it could be a Western music singer or Carnatic music singer or Hindustani, they just move their body, they move their hands. So the reason why they are doing that is, in my opinion, so this is all my opinion and my perspective. You might agree or you might disagree, and I'm open for any sort of discussion. But I'm just saying that when you are singing, your body actually moves according to it. So basically you're trying to draw that note in the air. So that is how I see myself. When I'm hitting a note, my body moves, and naturally my hands just go up, or my eyebrows just go up, or whatever, something. It doesn't have to be what applies to me might not apply to you. But then the whole concept is, your body moves, you're actually trying to pictorially represent that note that you're singing in your head. So that was the point where I decided, okay, why not come up with a pictorial representation of all the notes that we sing, so that students are able to understand the highs and lows. So that is what we are going to see today, and I'm going to show my iPad, and I'm going to draw everything, and you can also do this as an activity, so that you understand how the notes are going up and down. So I hope you guys can see my iPad clearly. And here I'm going to show you a graph. So I'm going to draw the y-axis and the x-axis. So your y-axis is going to be the notes that we are going to see, which is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And your x-axis is going to be the beats. So in the first lesson, if you see, the ragam is Maya Malavagalai, the notes are sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And the talam is Adi. So Adi talam has 8 beats. So I will show about Adi talam soon. So the beats will be right here. So I'm going to mark it as beats and this as notes. So I'm going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will be sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So this is how I am representing the notes and the beats. So now we are going to go and draw the graph. So the note sa is right here. So between the notes, the beats 0 to 1, we are actually singing the note sa. And then now it's going to the next beat, which is the second beat. So between the beats 1 and 2, we are going to sing the note re. So sa, re, ga, ma, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa is what we are singing. So we are going to re. And then the next note is ga. So between the beats 2 and 3, we are singing ga. And then we are going to ma. And then we are going to pa. And then we are going to da. And then we are going to ni and then sa. So if you see this, we are going in the ascending order. So the same thing when you do it for the sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So you are actually singing the first note. This will be the opposite of this graph. So you actually start here sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So this is not a great graph, but I just hope that you got that point. So basically, between the notes 0 and 1, 1 and 2, you are actually singing sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa and so on. But here, the next line is sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. So when you're singing that, between the beat 0 and 1, that is the first beat, you're singing the note high sa. And then you're coming to ni, da, pa and so on. So similarly, we are going to do the lesson number 2 of Sarali varisai. Okay, so now we have the second lesson. So the second lesson, the graph interpretation will be, the second lesson goes like this. Sa, re, sa, re, sa, re, ga, ma, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So let's represent that in this graph. So the first line is sa, re, ga, ma. So the first note is sa. The second note is re. So it is going up. So re. Again it is coming back to sa. Between the beats 2 and 3, you're actually singing the note sa. And then again it is going back to re. Because it is sa, re. And then it's coming back here, sa, re. And then it is coming back to sa again. And then it is going up. Re. Re. Then it's going to ga. And then it is going to ma. So, sa, re, ga, ma. So, this is the pictorial representation of the first line. Second line is something self-explanatory because I already dealt with that lesson. So, this is how you represent, or I represent a Carnatic music lesson into graph. So this way it's much more easier for the students to understand how the notes are going from one level to another. So imagine all these notes sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa as frequencies. So if I sing the note sa and if I keep a frequency meter, it is going to show me a reading. So that is the actual constant frequency of the note sa. So imagine these are all the you don't even have to imagine, actually they are the frequencies. So these are the frequencies and this is the time scale. So this is the time. So in the given time between 0 to 1, in the given time, what frequency you're hitting, that is what is all about Carnatic music. So you're given with a time and you're given with the notes and what notes you sing and how fast you sing and how many notes you sing in one beat. So here you're actually singing only one note in this beat. If you take speed 2, we will talk about the pictorial or graphical representation of speed 2 later in the upcoming sessions. So for now, just understand that you have the frequency or the notes on the y-axis and the beats on the x-axis. So you're actually forming this graph so that you understand how the pattern is, you understand how the pattern of the notes goes. Okay, so that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys found this piece of information very interesting, because this is something that I came up with during my class lessons, because I used the conventional method of teaching with respect to Carnatic music, but then there was a point where my students were not able to understand or visualize what I'm actually teaching. So music is all about more of auditory sense. You learn something happens in your head and then you just incorporate that. But this is actually the other side of Carnatic music. So when someone is not able to grasp what I'm actually trying to say or sing, pictorial representation or the graphical representations, they come super handy. And I follow this to all of my students, including my kid students. So they actually enjoy doing this graph and they understand Carnatic music even better. So I hope this graphical representation of Carnatic music lessons were useful to you, and I hope to see you guys in another interesting video. So please do subscribe to this channel and just watch the videos and spread joy and happy singing.